They're the very best at playing children's card games.
こんなことでビビってられるか。こっから反撃だぜ。行くぜ。俺のターン。
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 Yu-Gi-Oh characters. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be choosing the best characters from the original series up to Yu-Gi-Oh! Vrains.
Into the brains!
As this list is anime only, nothing that's exclusive to the manga, card game, or video games will be included.
Ooh, I'm shaking. Maybe you'd like to settle this with fists instead of cards.
Number 10, Yuya Sakaki, Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Yuya's the main protagonist of Arc 5, and as well as being a champion duelist, he's also a champion entertainer.
これでエンドだ。
As a duel-tainer, his dueling style is not just about winning, but also about showing the audience a good time. Being a master at pendulum summoning, he's a valuable asset to the Lancers, a defensive league who fight interdimensional enemies. His goofy behavior initially sells his considerable skills short, but after his love of entertaining is tempered by the interdimensional war and being awakened, he has to learn to balance his darker and lighter sides to become even stronger. Number 9, Jaden Yuki, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. In the very first episode of GX, this guy's given the Winged Kuribo by none other than Yuki Moto.
Lucky card だ。こいつが君のところへ行きたがっている。
And with this, the original hero hands the baton to his successor. Unlike Yugi, Jaden is brimming with confidence, but he also has to work a lot harder to go from the bottom of the class to the top duelist at the academy. He can still be a little dumb when it comes to anything not related to dueling though.
兄貴まさか告白。
フィアンセってなんだ？
Despite being pulled over to the dark side at one point by the Supreme King, he also rescued his favorite monster Yubel from evil by bonding their souls together, proving himself a true hero. Number 8, Marik Ishtar / Yami Marik, Yu-Gi-Oh! Who else could wear a crop top and still be taken seriously as an evil threat?
Yes, it's true. I am indeed the real Marik, you fools!
Marik Ishtar was born into the ancient Tombkeeper tribe, whose sole duty was to protect Pharaoh Atum's heritage. Angered by the destiny thrust upon him, Marik's bitterness brought his darker alter ego, Yami Marik, to the surface, who brutally murdered Marik's parents without Marik's knowledge.
Marik, no!
Believing his parents' death to be the work of the pharaoh's allies, Marik's hatred of the ruler only grew. He formed the Rare Hunters to seek out special cards like the Egyptian gods, hoping that by increasing his power, he could wipe out the pharaoh's legacy to free his family and get his revenge.
Yes, suffer well, Pharaoh, and hope with all of your soul that rides up on the bottom.
Number 7, Jack Atlas, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Jack Atlas is essentially Seto Kaiba to 5D's protagonist Yusei Fudo. He even has his own Mokuba equivalent in Kali Carmine.
私応援しちゃうんだから。
He's the king of turbo dueling, but you can just call him the king. Like Kaiba, Jack is controlling, conceited, and even heartless sometimes. But as his character progresses through the show, it's slowly revealed that he does have a heart after all.
強者を倒す渾身の一撃。俺の魂に響いたぞ、優勢。
Though he's introduced as Yusei's fiercest opponent, he becomes more of an anti-hero later on, even stating that he'll give up his dueling crown to help Kali and others he's grown to care about. He even breaks the bread with Yusei, though he sure has a funny way of expressing friendship.
Jack.
Number 6, Kite Ten, Yu-Gi-Oh! Zeal. As the son of the villainous Dr. Faker, Kite seemed destined to follow the same murky path as his father.
買わせてもらおう。貴様たちの魂ごと。
Like Zeal's protagonist Yuma, Kite was initially on the hunt for number cards, though they both had very different reasons for tracking them down. Kite's merciless attitude towards those who possess these cards set him up as a major antagonist for Yuma, who, impressively, he never lost a single duel to.
来い、お前の全てを見せろ。その全てを俺が叩き潰す。
But his ruthlessness came from his drive to cure his little brother, who he believed was sick because of the number cards, making him a sympathetic rival and eventually ally.
何度でも相手になってやる。何度でもな。
Number 5, Bakura / Yami Bakura, Yu-Gi-Oh! Though he started off as a sweet kid, once Bakura's Yami identity took control, he became the original series' longest-running villain. Yami Bakura's aims were simple: self-preservation and getting Millennium items, even if it means teaming with Marek.
And now, after waiting for countless centuries, the legendary Millennium Puzzle is mine.
Unlike the relationship between Yugi and Yami Yugi, Yami Bakura isn't friendly with his teenage host body at all, and the two battle for control early on.
I've taken over one of his cards instead of yours.
But of course, the vengeful spirit of the Thief King is willing to use every trick in his arsenal to take down the pharaoh he so despises.
Thanks. Once again, you've done exactly what I wanted, Yugi. Don't you realize that I've manipulated every move you've made so far?
Number 4, Joey Wheeler, Yu-Gi-Oh! From schoolyard bully to loyal friend, Joey Wheeler's friendship with classmate Yugi makes him a better person. Their friendship also makes him a better duelist.
Pretty good move, huh, Yugi?
Yep, pretty good move, but not good enough.
At the start of the show, Joey's dueling skills were easily bested by almost everyone. This wasn't helped by Joey's foolhardy decision-making or his short fuse, which Kaiba was usually responsible for lighting. But through Yugi's support and Joey's unbreakable resolve, he hustled harder than any character to become a world-class duelist.
I summon Gearfried, the Iron Knight!
No! This can't be possible!
And while Joey's never been a champion, he's at least got enough heart to make a difference.
You've already got what you need. It's been inside you this whole time, and you don't need a card with a picture of some freaky-looking fisherman sitting on a shark to inspire you.
Number 3, Yusei Fudo, Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds. Hey, how do you make a monster summoning card game even crazier? You just add motorcycles. And nobody looks cooler doing it than 5D's hero, Yusei Fudo.
セキュリティは俺が引きつける。
As well as being a highly skilled turbo duelist, Yusei is also an expert at building duel runners thanks to his mathematical thinking. His clear-headed approach also makes him a natural strategist as Team 5D's captain. It's certainly hard for any opponent to pull one over him.
シューティングスタードラゴンでゾーンにダイレクトアタックスターダストミラージュ
He's also one of only 6 signers who, together, can summon the legendary Crimson Dragon. During the battle with the Dark Signers, Yusei's true heroic colors show as he continually values friendship, even with those who've betrayed him over winning duels.
Kiryu!
Number 2, Seto Kaiba, Yu-Gi-Oh! With his stiff expression and even stiffer coat, Seto Kaiba is the model from which all Yu-Gi-Oh! Rivals are drawn from.
Every duel I've fought in this tournament has led up to this moment. The moment I finally take down Yuki Moto and regain my top dueling status.
Kaiba and his kid brother Mokuba were orphans adopted into the wealthy Kaiba family, owner of Kaiba Corp, the world's leading games company. After inheriting the company, Kaiba funneled his considerable resources into helping himself become the world's #1 duelist. Nothing stood in his way until Yuki Moto came along. Since that defeat, Kaiba became unhealthily obsessed with beating Yugi at any cost. In fact, the only thing Kaiba cares about more is Mokuba. But though he can be utterly diabolical, Kaiba's smart enough to ally with Yugi and friends when it benefits him.
The battle between us will never be over.
Before we unveil our face-down top pick, here's a few honorable mentions.
バトルだレッカーを手無心でパンサープレデターを攻撃
How could I be so selfish? You're the only one who ever cared about me.
俺の名は
Number 1, Yuki Moto / Yami Yugi, YuGiOh. Could it really be anyone other than the king of games? What makes Yugi such a great character is that his dual identity gives him the flexibility to satisfy all tastes.
Now, Kaiba, prepare yourself, because it's time to duel!
As Yuki Moto, his sweet nature and determination make him easily sympathetic, especially considering how much this makes people underestimate and bully him.
Say goodbye to Exodius!
But as Yami Yugi, the reincarnated Pharaoh Atom, he's not someone to be messed with, cool, confident, and an invaluable spirit guide for Yugi.
Pegasus, you can do your worst, but this duel will be won by the card Yugi picked in his final act of courage!
Many duelists have their tricks, but Yugi's is something you can't teach. It's heart of the cards, faith in his deck. His incredible dueling aptitude, bonds of friendship, and unwavering heroism is a legacy that lives on.
I activate my Ragnarok card! Now! Yes!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.